Welcome back to the channel, baby.
Yeah.
What it do, Half and Jake family. Welcome back to the channel, baby.
Yes.
It's your boy Half.
And your girl Jay.
And we back
with another reaction video.
All right, y'all. So what it do, and we back over here once again in the building.
Yes,
Welcome back.
Yes.
You know,
we're back.
Thank everybody for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
you so much.
You know what I'm saying? All the newcomers, welcome.
Yes.
To the Half and J channel.
Welcome. And thank you.
Thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? So hope everybody enjoying the day today. We're going to get into some more reactions.
Yes.
So with that being said, let them know who we're reacting to today.
We are reacting to Ben Shapiro. And the commentary is, watch Ben Shapiro eat this liberal for lunch.
Now, Ben Shapiro is known for eating people for lunch. You know what I'm saying?
Cannibal?
Very intelligent person, man. So, you know, he always speaks his facts. He always kind of shuts people up, you know, when they think they know what they're talking about. So, can't wait to jump into this one. Hope everybody enjoying their day today.
Yes, and tomorrow is...
Tomorrow's Jay's birthday. You know what I'm saying? It's a big day today, y'all.
Yes, tomorrow's my birthday.
We will try to make it a national holiday. You know what I mean? So,
oh, my goodness.
so everybody can have that day off. You feel me? It'll be Jay's day.
It's going to be an exciting day.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. I am too. Just like I'm looking forward to this reaction, I'm pretty sure you guys are too. So
yes.
Before we get into it, everybody that's out there who has not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
Turn your post notifications on.
Yes.
Like and share this video.
Yes.
And comment down below, baby. Come and join the squad, man. Half and Jay. We over here kicking off.
What?
Good vibes, baby. Good vibes. Boom. Now I know y'all laughing at my hairstyle. I know y'all laughing at my new hairstyle.
I think you look really handsome with that hairstyle.
Well, thank you.
Very handsome to me.
Well, thank you. Thank you. As long as she think I look handsome, no matter what y'all think, then. Okay, all right. Let's get it. Let's go.
Tax the rich is a very popular sentiment. It's also now a fashion statement, I guess, which we've all seen. So when President Biden looks into the microphone and says, pay your fair share, what does that mean?
It means that if you're one of the 55 corporations that literally paid absolutely nothing in federal income taxes in 2020, and in fact received $3.5 billion in tax refunds or rebates, or tax refunds, I should say, maybe you should pay your fair share. But here's the thing, if the tax code is written in a way where corporations can legally take advantage of loopholes and incredibly low effective corporate tax rates, they're gonna do it, right? So it's one thing to say pay your fair share, it's another thing to actually write a tax code that is a little more equitable and ensures that everyone is in fact paying their fair share.
Ben, what's pay your fair share mean?
I mean, the obvious answer would be a flat tax, but the longer answer is that the United States has one of the most progressive income tax systems on planet Earth. Most of the systems in, for example, Northern Europe are far less progressive.
He said on planet Earth, though.
Right. It's the truth.
That's facts, though, man. On planet Earth, though. It's funny to me when you say that, because I've been saying that on the Madden.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you the luckiest person on Earth right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Income tax systems on planet Earth. Most of the systems in, for example, Northern Europe are far less progressive. The top tax rate kicks in a lot lower on the income scale because you have to pay for the large-scale social services. The people who are at the top of the income bracket in the United States, the top quintile, essentially pays all net taxes in the United States. Not some, not most, all. And the reason for that is because there are tax transfers, and the transfer of payments that are inherent in public services do not accrue to the people at the top of the tax bracket. They accrue to everybody else who's receiving that sort of funding. When we talk about higher taxes on corporations, we do not have one of the world's lowest corporate tax rates. We are somewhere in the middle. And looking at the OECD countries, we are certainly not the lowest on the totem pole in terms of our corporate tax rate. In fact, right-wing sources like the Heritage Foundation will say that it is much friendlier to do business in places like Denmark or Sweden in many cases than it is to do business in the United States.
Tax rate's pretty high in Denmark and Sweden.
It is, the personal income tax rate is very high in Denmark and Sweden. The corporate tax rate is basically near or on par with that of the United States. If we were to raise our corporate tax rate the way that President Biden is talking about, we'd actually have a higher corporate tax rate than China currently does. The notion that corporations ought to be paying tax at all, in my view, is mistaken, given the fact that the income is immediately either reinvested in the company or passed on to people who immediately pay all of that tax. By the time you actually receive your income in this country, the income's been taxed about 7 different ways. Right? You're getting taxed through the corporation, then it's passed on to you as salary, which is taxed. If you invest it in the stock market and then you sell your stock, that is taxed as capital gains tax. When you die, the government taxes that as well. So how many times can you tax the same dollar before people begin to disinvest?
Man. Taxes, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many of y'all out there agree with taxes, man? Comment down below. Should we have taxes or should we not have taxes? Comment down below and let us know, man.
In the stock market and then you sell your stock, that is taxed as capital gains tax. When you die, the government taxes that as well. So how many times can you tax the same dollar before people begin to disinvest?
Let me,
I'd like to respond to that, though.
okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
To argue that the corporate tax rates in the United States are too high, or that, I mean, first off, let me just touch on the comparison you gave regarding progressive taxes in European countries versus the United States. I mean, yes, the taxes might be higher in those European countries, but what do people living in those countries get in return? They get incredible childcare. I mean, listen, the average American family, 2-income household, spends a whopping 22% of their household income on childcare alone, right? So when you're talking about European countries that offer quality childcare, that, by the way, that opens up the opportunity for people to go to work, something that we should maybe think about as we're dealing with this labor shortage. 64,000 women left the job force in April alone. Not because they want to, but because they can't afford childcare. Everything in this country is privatized. Everything has a for-profit model. And there's consequences that come along with that, including for the business community that might want, a more robust social safety net program, or social safety net to ensure that people feel comfortable enough to go to work, but we don't have that here. So yes, people might pay more in taxes, including those lower on the income scale, but what they get in return is far greater than what people in this country have been getting.
The United States has spent, since the beginning of the war on poverty, some $22 trillion in the war on poverty. We spend an awful lot on social services in this country on a per capita level. In fact, it is very much on par with what the European countries spend. It's just not spent particularly well. When it comes to things like childcare, a very young Elizabeth Warren, before she became Senator Elizabeth Warren, specifically wrote about universal childcare, and she said that it actually was contributing to what she called the 2-income trap in a book that she wrote in the early 2000s. And what she talked about is the fact that there are a lot of women who, for example, may not want to work, and what you're actually doing is incentivizing people to have to go to work because you're now providing childcare, as opposed to providing a competitive advantage to, for example, families where one parent is working. I agree with you, by the way, that childcare is a very difficult issue. I also agree that this is why we used to have, for example, family structures that were conducive to allowing people to help out. There are many businesses that do provide for some form of childcare. We certainly have many businesses that provide for some form of maternity or paternity leave. The European countries, which obviously have been used as a model by a lot of folks on the left, between 1970 and 1993, they experienced exorbitantly low rates of growth. And the reason for that was because they radically overburdened their social safety net systems. It created enormous social problems. It created enormous immigration problems. They had to scale a lot of those back. And
why would it create immigration problems?
It created immigration problems because a lot of people were coming specifically for the benefits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yes, that would be to my point, which is it creates more problems very often than it's
sure, I guess that's a...
Yes, if I put a free donut sign in my shop.
She started to stutter. She started to stutter. Here we go. I'm telling you, man. He's making a good point, though, and she also made a good point as well. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me see.
Sure, I guess that's a...
Yes, if I put a free donut sign in my shop, people will come for the donut.
No, but if you have a robust... What
do you say?
If he put a free donut sign up, people...
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. In his shop.
Free.
Oh, yeah. Right, absolutely.
Sure, I guess that's a...
Yes, if I put a free donut sign in my shop, people will come for the donut.
No, but if you have a robust... if you have a society that actually takes care of its workers, right? If you have a society that makes your life a lot easier, people are going to want to immigrate. It's part of the reason why people wanted to come here. People are going to want to live in countries that have both economic opportunities, but also social safety net programs that, again, just make your... I mean, we talk about freedom. If you look at the World Freedom Index, okay, we like to think of the United States as the freest country. We're not the freest country. You look at that list, we're like pretty low down compared to a lot of these Nordic countries. Denmark is top of that list. So look, Denmark has a mixed economy. When we have these debates about, socialism versus capitalism, I think that those debates are a little ridiculous because every country is not every country, but most countries are mixed economies.
Right. The United States is a mixed economy.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Now, the issue with the United States is there used to be a time when public universities were free, right? You didn't have to dig yourself into a massive hole to get an education. There was a time in this country where there was universal child care. That was cut down to the point where it's like no longer in existence unless you're desperate and have like no money and need to take advantage of some programs that are available in some states. But my point is, like, we have an issue here where on one hand, we're experiencing a labor shortage. We want people to go back to work. On the other hand, people literally can't afford the childcare necessary in order to put their kids in a daycare, put their kids in childcare, and be able to go to work without their entire paycheck.
The Biden bill removes many work requirements for many of the payments that are being made to people, and it's incentivizing people not to go back to work, which is why we have 10 million open jobs in the United States and people not coming back to work.
That is not what that bill does. In fact, that's not what that... Are you talking about the $3.5 trillion reconciliation bill?
I'm talking about the $3.5 trillion bill.
The $3.5 trillion reconciliation bill offers universal pre-K, which opens up the opportunity for mothers to go to work if they want to go to work. The $3.5 trillion bill, by the way, has all sorts of subsidies for corporations, which I don't really understand why the business community isn't salivating over that, because rather than just going full force with public programs, which I think would be the right way to go, it's offering all sorts of subsidies in these, public-private partnerships. Now, the physical infrastructure bill has a lot more corporate giveaways, which is why the, business community absolutely loves it, offers the chance to privatize public infrastructure, which is why the business community absolutely loves it. But at the end of the day, if we don't create a society where Americans can actually have families and go to work, then we're going to be in a lot of trouble.
So to go back to your immigration point, you made a mention a moment ago of people immigrating to the country for the benefits. That's just abjectly untrue. The fact is that the United States' great immigration growth throughout the beginning of the Republic all the way up through about 1930 was entirely driven by people who were leaving places that in many cases had broader benefits, places like Germany, to come to the United States where there was no social safety net. The fact is that the vast majority of people who used to leave and come to the United States were coming specifically to build a life knowing that they really didn't have a lot of social safety net. Now, that's not an argument that there shouldn't be some state and local possibility for social safety net, but the notion that the way that you build a successful country that is a world power and is capable of not only making sure that its citizens are taken care of, but essentially making sure that the entire Western world is taken care of, which we did throughout the Cold War. The idea that you do that simply by raising the number of social security payments that you're making to people or benefit payments that you're making to people, that this is the way that you build that sort of economy is just non-borne out by empirical
we've had a real far-ranging conversation.
Facts, though. You can't keep giving away free stuff, free money. You know what I mean? Like you said, people will keep coming for it.
Right.
Keep coming for it. Keep coming for it. So why would people want to go back to work?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then giving raises and it's
you know?
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't know, but y'all let us know what y'all think about it. Again, let us know what y'all think about the taxes, man. Y'all think that we should be paying taxes, or do you think that we should not be paying it? I know I haven't heard a few people say that paying taxes is illegal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But who's going to win going against the government?
Right.
Type of thing. So, again, y'all let us know what y'all think about it. Comment down below. You want to add anything on to this one? I would love to hear your input. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's living in California, the taxes, is high as well as like the cost of living. So it's causing people to move away from
Right.
California.
I
to
wonder
other
why
states.
the taxes are so high in California. Like, what is why?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why can other states have no state tax, but California has state and federal?
Right.
Not only do they have state and federal, high as hell.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and then the more money you making, the more they go start taxing you. You know what I mean? So
And you know, in our area, we have like multiple families that live in one home because it's hard to pay the rent.
right,
Plus, you're getting taxed everywhere you go, so it's
Right.
it's
Right.
difficult. And a lot of people are moving out of Cali,
right,
but we're during election time, they want to. They want people to come back to California, but why would they come back? And we're being taxed left and right.
right. When other states pretty much welcome you to come blossom in their state. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to tax you like California's taxing you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I heard a lot of Californians are moving to Texas, and a lot of Texans are upset with it.
right. Yep. So I mean, but that's I don't know, man. But y'all let us know what y'all think about it. If you stay in California and you're tired of paying high tax and all that kind of stuff, comment down below. Let us know. Let's jump into some shout-outs.
Okay, first shout out goes to Kelly Martin. What's up, Kelly Martin?
Kelly Martin, shout out to you. Hope you definitely enjoyed that reaction.
Yes.
Let us know what you think about it.
Yes, let us know.
Should we be paying taxes or should we not be paying taxes? Comment down below.
You should have did a poll.
Right.
I'm pretty sure a majority would say no.
Absolutely, they would.
Second shout out goes to Fort Worth. Oh my goodness, my eye.
Basement.
Yes. What's up, Fort Worth Basement?
Fort Worth Basin, what's
Sorry
going on?
about that, I couldn't see.
What's going on with you, man? I'm guessing that you either from Fort Worth or you live in Fort Worth. I'm just guessing.
And if you live in Texas, how do you feel about Californians moving to Texas because of the tax crisis that we have out here?
Right. Comment down below and let us know, baby.
Right.
All right, y'all. So we love y'all, man.
Yes, we do.
And again, thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you.
Stopping by. Definitely appreciate that. And we'll catch you guys in the next reaction video.
Yes.
And make sure you guys go out your way.
To have yourself a wonderful day.
Wonderful day. And we out this thing.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace. Mwah.